The body found at a farm in Cornwall yesterday has been identified as 21-year-old Leah Smith. She is the Middlebury College student who was reported missing last weekend. I'm Liz Streppa. Brian has the night off. After an autopsy today, state police confirmed Leah Smith died by suicide. Smith was last seen on her college campus last Friday.
So Leah Smith walked into the woods off of the beaten path and just decided to commit suicide? Is that what we're expected to believe? That of all the places to commit suicide and all the ways to commit suicide, was to go in the forest?
And was reported missing the next day. Her disappearance was the subject of a multi-agency search in the Middlebury area. State police found her body yesterday afternoon near the knoll on Middlebury College's organic farm. If you or your loved ones need support, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available 24/7.
Yeah, they're not gonna, there's no details whatsoever. Was there any lacerations, cuts, bruising? How did she kill herself? Capsules, hanging, slitting wrists? Because that sounds extremely suspect.
On Thursday, October 23rd, 2025, authorities in Vermont ended up searching a field near the college campus of 21-year-old Leah Smith, who had been missing since the week prior. Leah was originally reported missing by her father on October 19th, 2 days after she was last seen on campus on the 17th. Authorities immediately secured the scene and began this death investigation, preliminarily saying that they did not believe that foul play was involved and this death was not suspicious. The next day, on Friday, October 24th, a medical examiner did an autopsy on this body, where they did end up confirming that this was the body of missing 21-year-old Leah Smith and that she had passed away due to her own actions. Middlebury College President Ian Baucom did release this news today by way of a FB post. He said that he did share this news with Leah's family already and expressed his heartbreak to them. He noted that Leah was a remarkable person. She was a diver on the school's women's swimming and diving team. She was a member of the chess and Japanese clubs, as well as an articulate advocate of transgender rights. She was at Middlebury College in Vermont pursuing a double major in computer science and statistics. This is just so sad. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental...
Okay. So, she was a talented athlete and an outspoken advocate for trans rights while pursuing a pretty remarkable and impressive workload in education. And we're supposed to believe that an A-type personality like that committed suicide, and that this small town, this Sunbury or Middlebury, excuse me, in Vermont, wherever in Vermont, the sheriff who already preempted by saying, "Oh, there's no foul play." It's like, how would you know? You haven't even started looking, right? And then the coroner and the sheriff's department are all in agreement. Oh, nope, no foul play, without explaining anything to do with the autopsy, other than trust us, we wouldn't lie to you. When repeatedly law enforcement and government agencies lied to the public, especially about something like a transgender person killing themselves, or the fact that the police found no foul play in Mississippi where a black man hung themselves in an suicide from a tree. And they only started walking that back and actually started investigating when that went viral nationally and forced the department to look into it as a criminal act, which they eventually, I don't know if that investigation is still ongoing, but they actually started investigating, because not only was that black man hanging from a tree, he had both of his fucking legs broken. And I don't know about you, but if I'm going to commit suicide by hanging, I'm most certainly not going to break my legs first in the process. So, her dying, a transgender woman who is a talented athlete and an advocate for trans rights and identity, is not going to commit suicide in the woods. No, nothing. Like, there is absolutely foul play here. What I'm thinking is that this is a cover-up. There is no way that this is anything other than a cover-up. And what's worse is we probably lost a talent and a great mind that we otherwise would have had. Who knows what she could have done with computer science? Maybe she could have invented better robotics. She was doing statistics. Maybe she could have improved AI algorithms for determining healthcare. Who knows? Maybe she could have helped map the genome. Who knows what she could have done? But now we won't, because somebody murdered this woman and made it look like a suicide, knowing full well that the Vermont police would also readily believe that it was a suicide. So, not that I want, to put her body on display on camera and torment the grieving family by any stretch of the imagination, but I cannot what's the autopsy report, right? Where they're because we don't know, other than trust us, bro. And I that bothers me because this is yet another innocent victim of hate that did not need to be. It's especially suspicious that they said that there was no foul play immediately. They didn't even mention her being trans in the news report. Exactly. You may need your legs to hang yourself. I hope her family further investigates. They didn't even say how she killed herself. Right. And that's usually mentioned in the news. Death by shotgun, death by hanging, death by slitting wrists. They usually, pills even, death by pills. So there's way too many things not adding up in this story. But unfortunately, we're really not going to get any more information about it than that.